Is the United States finally running out of patience in the Middle East? As tensions simmer on the global stage, a major military operation has just unfolded in the volatile waters of the Gulf of Oman, signaling that the rules of engagement may be shifting once again. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics and global national security, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and keeps you informed on the stories that matter most. The situation began this Wednesday when elements of the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit executed a daring maneuver in the Gulf of Oman. The target was the MT Celestial Sea, a massive oil tanker stretching over 120 meters in length. While the vessel was officially sailing under an Aruban flag, U.S. intelligence identified it as part of a network attempting to circumvent the long-standing U.S. naval blockade. The suspicion was clear: this ship was allegedly destined for an Iranian port, carrying resources that directly violate the current economic and military sanctions imposed by Washington. The operation was swift and disciplined. U.S. forces, trained for precisely these kinds of high-stakes maritime interdictions, successfully boarded the vessel to ascertain its cargo and determine the true nature of its mission. When we look at the logistics of this operation, it's a massive show of force. Deploying the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit isn't a casual move, it is a clear, deliberate signal of intent. The military isn't just watching from the sidelines anymore, they are actively interceding to enforce policy. Now, we have to look at what this actually means on the geopolitical chessboard. For years, the dance between Washington and Tehran has been one of brinkmanship. The U.S. maintains a naval blockade as a primary tool to squeeze the Iranian economy and limit its military expansion. By boarding this tanker, the U.S. is essentially calling Iran's bluff. They are saying that the blockade is not just a suggestion, it is a hard line that will be defended at sea, regardless of the potential for escalation. But consider the risks. Every time the U.S. military boards a vessel associated with Iranian interests, the likelihood of a direct, kinetic confrontation increases. Iran views these actions as blatant acts of aggression. They have historically responded by harassing shipping lanes, detaining Western vessels, or increasing their proxy activities throughout the region. If this tanker was indeed carrying sanctioned cargo, this seizure represents a direct hit to the flow of resources that keeps that regime's machinery running. The question is, what happens next? Will Tehran choose to de-escalate, or will they view this as the perfect opportunity to flex their own military muscles in the Strait of Hormuz? We are seeing a dangerous game of cat and mouse where one wrong move or one miscalculated reaction could force the U.S. into a conflict that no one truly wants, yet everyone seems prepared for. This is a high-stakes standoff, and the international community is watching with bated breath to see who blinks first. The United States is clearly trying to show that despite a chaotic global environment, its influence over critical maritime choke points remains absolute. However, the optics of this move are just as important as the military reality. With domestic politics in the U.S. already polarized and the focus on the upcoming election cycle, this operation serves as a reminder that the world doesn't stop just because we are busy at home. The threats are real, the mission is active, and the stakes are higher than they have been in years. So, what do you think about this? Do you support the U.S. taking such an aggressive stance in the Gulf of Oman, or is this move just inviting unnecessary disaster in a region already on the brink? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear your perspective on this brewing storm. The situation in the Gulf of Oman remains fluid, and we will continue to monitor the movements of the MT Celestial Sea and the military response as it develops. Stay tuned to this channel as we break down the reality behind the headlines. I'm your host, and I'll see you in the next video.